We have a safety alert. Researchers are saying alcohol is a carcinogen. A recent study found beer and liquor could increase your risk for pancreatic cancer. This is one of the most deadly cancers because it's often found in later stages. So how much alcohol is safe and how should you interpret these findings? Well, today I'm joined by Dr. Viral Oza. He's a gastroenterologist with Bon Secours. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Carrie.
So let's first break down this new study. I think nobody likes to hear that they have to limit their alcohol intake, but what did this recent study find?
So it's very interesting. First of all, there's no amount of alcohol that's considered safe if you're trying to prevent cancer. Alcohol has been shown over and over again to be associated with different types of cancers, colon cancer, breast cancer, uterine cancer, for example. This latest study kind of associates directly with pancreatic cancer. There's some data out there to show that alcohol does increase risk of all types of cancers, maybe even pancreatic cancer, and that's kind of been inconclusive until this study. So this study kind of puts the nail in the coffin, so to speak, that alcohol is directly associated with pancreatic cancer, and one needs to be very cautious to how much alcohol they actually consume.
And this was looking more so, it sounded like beer and liquor.
Yes, beer and hard liquor.
So how much?
So again, they looked at both women and men. There were a total of about 10 million patients in the study, and 2 million patients in the study, and they had about 10,000 patients who were diagnosed with pancreatic cancer at a 16-year follow-up. It's a fairly long follow-up, and what they found was 2 to 3 drinks a day for women was associated with a 12% increase in pancreatic cancer risk.
12% increase.
Exactly, and then once you go over 3 drinks in women, that number actually goes up much faster and much higher.
Wow, and it's such a deadly cancer. So what are your recommendations for people if they do want to have a drink here or there?
Have it in moderation, just like everything else. I know we've talked about this topic many times before, doing everything in moderation. Consume a limited amount of alcohol, be in control of what you're having. And this study did not look at wine, and that was the interesting thing about the study as well. They associated only beer and liquor, hard liquor, but not wine. So.
Okay, good to know. All right, well, less than 2 drinks a day, if not less than that.
That's correct.
A week. All right, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.